James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I wanted to ask you. I know you didn't want to be a part of this trial that they subpoenaed you or whatever. Can you tell me what happened with that?
Well, they started with trying to serve me with a subpoena
Okay.
when they came to the door. I told them I wouldn't sign the shit, and I'm not taking the subpoena. If you want to put me in jail, put me in jail. He said, no, we're not here to put you in jail, but we just here to summons you to go to court. What court? I'm not going to Vegas. So he gave me the piece of paper saying I had to go to Victorville court on the 23rd. So I went. Um, I tried to explain to the judge, and he kept acting like he forgot my name and shit. And I was
Mm,
James McDonald.
mm,
Um, the guy that tried to serve me the subpoena, he had the subpoena with him, and he tried to give it to me after the judge told me basically I gotta go, or I would be in contempt if I didn't show up, and they can come get me and take me to jail for the duration of the trial. And I was like, okay, but right then and there, you're gonna have to treat me as a hostile witness. I
mm.
ain't got nothing to say to y'all. So that led up to me having to come to court. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to put my grandson, basically my family, in a situation where I had to look out my peephole if they knocked on my door and all that bullshit.
Mhm.
And I just said, fuck it. I figured I'm gonna go on there. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I know what not to say.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Were you surprised that his lawyer was um, so aggressive with trying to get you to answer certain questions that you obviously felt were going to hurt Keefe?
It to me it didn't make sense because you asking me something. If I answered and said what really transpired that night and all this, now mind you, the district attorney said I'm not going to ask you about the white Cadillac. I'm not going to ask you about this. I'm not going
Mhm.
there. I'm not
Okay.
going to ask you any of those type of questions.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, when his lawyer got to talking, it was like, who the fuck you working for? You know what I'm saying? Uh, this guy went straight in. Oh, we not
Yeah.
having that. So take me as a hostile witness. It is what it is, and it didn't matter if the judge, and I was surprised that they didn't tell me to tone it down or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna speak my mind because he got to treat me as a hostile witness, asking me that dumb shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a problem with explaining me and everything that I said. I didn't just say like they was all fucked up. I'm guilty as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that was 30 years ago. Did I have a gun? Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
But I don't know what right way security had. I didn't know what was in Reggie's pocket, how much money Reggie had, or what they had on their hip. I know what we had. And I listened to some of the comments that people are making.
Yeah. I
And,
was going to
and
ask you about that.
yeah, my person, I'm like, what did they see there? Oh, you should have just pleaded the fifth. Plead the fifth of what? I didn't say nothing to hurt Keefe D, and I thought that was the main focus. Everything that I said in that courtroom is already public knowledge anyway. I've said these things on the podcast, and
Yeah.
and and everybody else has spoken on certain things. So when I listen to individuals speaking and said, "I should have this, I should have that," but number one, I need people to understand I'm grown, and and I gave them what I wanted to give them. If I was talking and her to keep it deep, then I understand it. But
Mhm.
when I got the feedback from Lil Keith and from people that's close to me and people that just came up to me, then and that pretty much kind of validated certain things. Because when I do a podcast show, I always call, was I cool? Did I do right? I don't want to
Right.
fuck up in that nature.
Yeah.
So, you know, but
Well, what
listening
did
to the, huh?
what did KPD's son say, if you don't mind, like when he approached you outside the courtroom?
Well,
What
he
were
basically
his
told
words?
me, I love you, Unc. Nothing but respect and love. You're gonna always be my Unc. And I told him I would never disrespect you and Paula. That's my main concern. You know me and your daddy don't like each other. I don't like your daddy, but I'm not here to put your daddy in prison.
Mhm.
And he was like, that ain't nothing but respect. I still love you, fuck with niggas, this and that. And we was good.
Yeah.
We was good.
And you had
You
a
know,
brief interaction with the lawyer after outside the court, right? Can you talk about that for a second?
yeah, when the lawyer walked down,
Mm.
I talked to him and I told him I apologize. I didn't mean to give you a hard time or no shit like that, but you was asking me questions. And he was like, oh, it's okay. We don't know each other. And basically we good, okay?
Yeah.
You know, y'all have a good day. But I believe I did what I had to do. And even Keefe D gave that look. You know, I don't know what Lil Keith said or whatever, but you know, I'm like I said, man, I don't know what people saw. I called everybody and talking to everybody, getting their input, everybody laughing. What the fuck was funny? I was giving my honesty. I'm being
Mhm.
straightforward. And you can't ask me nothing about Keefe. And I kept trying to, I'm looking at Keefe D, telling Keefe D, get this fool.
Yeah.
Call out to your lawyer. Say something to him. Holler at him and tell him to come here. Just back up. You see the man ain't trying to say nothing about me. But
Yeah.
but speaking on that night and whatever, it was what it was. And everybody heard me speak on, because Kippy D at one point said in one of his videos that they were there for an hour. I
Mhm.
wasn't there to dispute that. I know the truth. I wasn't gonna bring that up. No,
Yeah.
if you came there, we'd have had a problem, especially in the parking lot. I don't give a fuck what you think you had, but
Mm.
that's here it is. I it pisses me off because I'm living or trying to live in a different world, have a better understanding. Uh, I moved on from the bullshit and just try, trying to get my health back right, trying to, you know, just get past all the daily living shit that I'm going through.
Mhm.
Man, these cats out here, they don't want you to live like that. You have to be in the midst of the bullshit to be seen. I don't want to be seen. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And you know, uh, and I don't even want to say the dude, man. Talking about, man, I would have just
Yeah.
I would have said plead the fifth. Uh, it- you motherfuckers out there known to be whatever. You niggas is out there. You niggas is, come on, man. And I understand everybody want to get their clicks and views and all that other shit they call it, but it's whatever, man. And I take it as is, But they piss me off, man.
Yeah. Were you surprised that the state lawyer didn't ask you about seeing them in the white Cadillac, or did they know from the get go not to ask you things like that because you're not going to answer it?
Oh, they knew from the get go.
Okay.
When they got to when he asked me when he asked me about the Cadillac, I'm like, man, you can't ask me that. You better treat
Mm,
me as a hostile witness. I ain't doing that. I ain't saying that. I'm not talking about that. And he said before his questioning, I'm not going to ask you about the Cadillac. But what he
mm,
did ask was, what would have happened if Tupac would have hit me? I gave my honesty. And if
yeah.
my brother would have been standing over me, laughing at me, you just like them dudes. You on the wrong team. And everybody know in my neighborhood that just ain't gonna happen. That boy ain't touched me. That boy would have had a problem. Suge, Suge is making it seem like he was that cat. You wasn't that cat, homeboy. You wasn't that cat at all. So you'll let me get on social media and say you knocked on my door in '88. You will let me say all of this shit working with Death Row. I don't talk about the reasons why I walked away from that nigga. I don't
Yeah.
talk about that, you know. And my brother was there, so I don't. I knew what I had to do to get my check, and I went to Let Me Ride and did that. Suge couldn't control me, and all of these things Suge is saying, the shit I heard him say on TMZ, or the
Yeah.
dialogue, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I had to come to this. If people believe Suge Knight and think that that's really what transpired, or was going on, or he was punking me or some shit like that, everybody that like that. So I just say this. I leave all that alone, but some people, I thought I was like cool with when it comes to social media, they'll flip
Mhm.
on you. And I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. No problem. Those are people that shouldn't be in my circle anyway. So, and I got
Were you
with Reggie.
surprised when Suge made his comments, or is it kind of
Absolutely.
expected because he does it whenever anybody gets any kind of publicity that's not him?
Suge Knight gonna be Suge Knight, man.
Hmm.
Um, my fight ain't with Suge Knight. Suge Knight doing 28 years in prison. I am free to move around and do whatever the fuck I want to do. I can touch money. I can put my finger in some coup de quat. I can I can I can do everything he cannot do.
Yeah.
But I ain't even finna start on putting him on blast and none of that shit. People gonna believe what they want to believe, and that's all right with me. You can believe your 100s and whomever. It don't matter what they feel I should have did or shouldn't do. The main objective was not to incriminate that guy sitting across from me. That was my whole point.
Yeah.
Just getting away from the situation and being done with it. So I even put myself, I said, I'm going to do a Woody on y'all. And it wasn't like a Woody, but I'm giving you my honest opinion. If
Hmm.
shit would have happened, it would have happened. So, I don't think I should have said I would have shot him. But at that moment, sitting up there, that's the first thing came to my mind. Just be
And you
true.
said that before on podcasts when Suge first said that you said if that would have ever happened, I would have shot all three of them.
Yeah. So
So
I'm just giving my honesty. So
yeah.
I think that's what I did. And whether you do right or wrong, in the eyes of the people that come and watch these podcasts and all that, they're gonna voice and judge their opinion on what the next man say, or what the next man trying to point out. Like,
Hmm.
I watched them, and it's like you can't win for losing in a situation. Uh, Giving shout outs to the dude Unique. I believe he out of New York. He broke the shit down word for word, play by play. And after I watched that, I'm like, man, I don't care what nobody say. My
Yeah.
family good, and this and that. Well, Miles James told on his brother. Miles James told on FG. Man, come on, everybody. All you got to do is look at the shit for what it is, and then bam. You know, I still fuck with my family. My family ain't turned against me. My moms didn't raise us to go against each other like that and all that other shit. Speak your mind, and I did. Um, when I got a phone call, they said the South Sides were coming um to the court. Is that
Okay.
right? I said,
Well, like to
okay.
intimidate or to do something to you. That was
Yeah, yeah, this is
the
what came to
okay.
me.
Okay.
So be careful. So I'm like, be careful. I don't care how old I am. Uh, if that's what they want, that's what they gonna get. Everybody know. Motherfuckers say, oh, he had on that shirt. He had a pistol. Ain't I ain't stupid. I ain't going to no courtroom with no pistol
Yeah.
for nobody. I ain't going to jail for that. You know. Um, man, I've been out of prison since 1988 and got caught up on a case in '92 during the peace treaty shit, the riots, and I
Yeah.
haven't seen a jail or none of that. Man, I chalk that up as an accomplishment. I
Yeah.
I mean, I'm different. So give me a little credit. You feel me?
Hmm.
And it wasn't my choice to go at all. But
Yeah.
I
Have
told the
you?
judge, wait a minute, I told the judge, so you don't care about my family life? I have a daughter live over there. Her
Hmm.
mother is in the neighborhood. So if something happened to my child, I have to be Mom James. I have to go and retaliate because you hurt my child. Man, that dude looked at me and told me I ain't got no choice but to go to court. So I
Mm.
looked at him and the law is twisted. This system is twisted. No matter what you do in life, and trust me, it's harder to live be on the straight and narrow opposed to living the on the other side of the law type life. It's way harder trying to humble yourself. Way harder.
Yeah.
Now what was your question?
I was just gonna ask, have you followed any of the trial at all, or not, or really you don't have an interest in knowing what goes
No,
on?
I have no interest in it. There's no need for me to follow and sit here all damn day and watch people. I didn't watch Reggie
Right.
on the stand. I ain't watched none of these people and don't want to see, oh, Dirt Rock this and that. I don't care about Dirt Rock. And the clips that they sent me, people ain't understanding. That boy Dirt Rock, they got him down there just to exploit him, just to say you worked with us. The breakdown is cold, man. And now he's saying, yeah, I work with y'all. Every payment they gave him, every payment they gave him, they had to expose that. They had to put it out there.
Yeah.
Keefe D, nothing but recordings. Keefe D, if you can put $1 in a jar every time you curse, I'll be on my 10th jar with all the names that he done spoke on. And my whole thought process is telling me what penitentiary is Keefe D gonna be able to go to and walk freely? People in jail is watching this trial. People in jail is gonna say that rat ass nigga better not come on this yard. His life is in danger.
Yeah.
So that's what everybody need to focus on. And they televising it. And they televising it. And I feel sorry for them dudes. I feel sorry for him. That Dirt Rock dude, he gonna have issues. He gonna have issues. I wouldn't be surprised if the motherfucking police come get his monkey ass. He gonna have issues. And hearing them break down all the payments that he received, what jail? He can't go to the county jail on the main line. He can't go to a prison. So man, niggas don't know they doing more harm than the law allow. And at the end of the day, it don't matter who you are, you're gonna pay for it. And it's crazy. It's crazy. So if it wouldn't bomb first, I'm cool. You know, uh Channel 8, ABC, I'm declining all that. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. James McDonald don't have to be on the news every motherfucking day. I ain't doing that shit. I'm cool, John.
Do you it's hard to ask because I know you're not following it, but I guess from your interaction with Keefe D's lawyer, do you feel like he's doing what's best for Keefe D or no?
No, he's no. In certain aspects, maybe so. But
Mhm.
in his totality, in reality, from
Mhm.
what he was asking me and saying, no,
Yeah.
not at all. Not at all. And this is my opinion. Keepy D put himself in a situation, whether it was for the money or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Here, when they about to pick the jury and all this shit, these people put a camera in front of this man, and this man got to talking, and this man is saying, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, it was for the money, I didn't write the book.
Right.
He put himself in a situation. So all the things he got coming is coming tenfold. And all the things he doing, going to New York, trying to set a nigga up, uh, uh, sitting there, coffee and donuts, whatever the fuck the case might be, and to be open the way he was, man, you got to feel sorry for him. But whatever happens, I mean, I can honestly say he brought it on himself. His lawyer, I don't know, man. I don't want to say doing more harm than good. So I'm gonna leave that one.
Yeah.
But
What do
pro
you
bono, I mean,
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
damn.
What do
What?
you think about him trying to go the route of the conspiracy that Reggie orchestrated this or something like that, or disarmed? You know, in his opening statements, I know you didn't see it, but the picture he's trying to paint is, uh, Keefe D did this for money, and that Reggie disarmed the security guard. Basically taking the conspiracy route as opposed to just saying, "Hey, my client just lied."
Well, I'm like this. If my life is on the line, goddamn it, do what the fuck you got to do to get out of it. And at
Yeah.
this point, there ain't no turning back. No matter who names you implemented, implicated, or whatever. He's just trying to find a way out.
Yeah.
They asked me that question. Do I think Reggie right? No, no. And people fail to realize if Reggie Wright would have had to have a reason to do Pac. Like Snoop would have to have a reason. And
Mhm.
jealousy and envy can be one. You ain't gonna take a motherfucker life because he don't want you to be his bodyguard no more. You ain't gonna go to the extreme on that. And I'm gonna say this, man. From the beginning of time, this whole shit, they're trying to blame Reggie for my brother. They trying to blame Reggie for certain individuals that have lost their lives. and now Tupac. Reggie know the game is over if that happened.
Yeah.
Uh, the only way Reggie can feel that way if Suge Knight said it got to be that way. Ain't no the Suge Knight is the boss, man, and ain't nobody. And I'm speaking freely on Suge Knight because Suge Knight is on some dumb shit. No,
Hmm.
and I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But
Okay.
like I told them, impossible, impossible. And they're gonna have a hard motherfucking time trying to figure that out. They think they got a hard time with a man that confessed of killing somebody to a man saying not guilty. Bring it on. But you can't come up there and use Keefe D as a witness in a Reggie Wright trial.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen like that. It's this whole thing is full of bullshit, and everybody know what it is. I've said it many times on my podcast how um, living the life of a gangbanger, of living the street life. People have to
Hey, yo,
understand
let me
that.
just say this. Let me interrupt this right quick. I'm in the car. I just got out of therapy, feeling good. So all you trolls, what's up? But
What
let me just
good?
say this to James and to all you people that's listening. Because I done heard about a bunch of these YouTubers out there, niggas that need some views. My boy, of all people, Professor Melly Mel, calling you out because you let that clown ass BJ, Bunny Hunter BJ, and all those niggas. James ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. October, Mar talking about he was Tupac security, ain't never worked for him in his life. But y'all let these motherfuckers go and have opinions, go get them views and shit, and calling James saying he snitched and this. What did all of you motherfuckers on here wanted to hear James say? What did y'all want to hear him say? Did James say that? Did James say that? Y'all don't think the DA wanted the James to say that he saw him outside in the white Cadillac? If a James was this big old snitch like y'all want to try to make him out to be, then he would have said that. James told those motherfuckers, put me in handcuffs if y'all gonna ask me any questions like that. So all you niggas that need views and all of that shit, y'all need to lay off those narratives. Because man, I would have paid James to tell the truth on that. I would have used every friendship I had with James for him to say that. And Keefe D would have a nail in the coffin. But James, keeping it to the cold in the streets, refused to even entertain that question. So y'all need to get off that and think about that. Because all of y'all know what y'all wanted James to say. That's for Tupac. All you clowns that's against Tupac, well, whatever. But for y'all's sake, if James wanted to say that, he could have did that. But James didn't do that. And so I salute James for willing to go to jail if they asked him that question. Shout out to James. And fuck all you that don't believe it. I- I'll let y'all take back over because I'm about 10 minutes from the house.
Well,
Shout out, James.
I'm gonna say this to you, Reg. I appreciate that. Um, people don't know. I didn't come in that motherfucker with no cue cards. I didn't come in there with no notes. What I said I'm gonna do is get out of this situation and go about my business. It wasn't no calling me back. It wasn't gonna be none of that. And I think I gave them and didn't want to. I didn't want to come up there looking like a thug. I changed my attire for a certain reason. I have to get over that because that's not my mentality. And I should have came looking like someone that's 61 years old and ain't about that life. And if everybody out there listening to me that know me, I don't dress like that. I don't dress like that on no daily. Once a month. I ain't wearing looking like a thug. Period. And for real, I appreciate that. Like I said, I appreciate the guy Unique. I ran across him uh, yesterday. I appreciate how he broke it down. how he did his struggle, the whole nine. What he did say, he ain't preserved. Man, I got up and I started exercising the day after listening to him. And I'm preserved because I eat this, I do that, and all that. So shout out to Unique out of New York. Appreciate you. Um, I just want people give me a fair shake and go about your business. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to get on no phone and nigga, we can whoop. That ain't me. That ain't me. And I'm not gonna allow nobody to take me into that. If I gotta remove certain things out of my circle, stop believing that, man, we good. Man, fuck all that. I don't need the streets. I'm cool. And for whoever don't like that or think I should be a part of that and want to use social media for their clicks and views off a nigga name or whatever, y'all have fun with that. Y'all have fun with that. I'm not here to prove nothing to nobody, and ain't nobody gonna tell me that I should have said or I should have did or I should have wore a shirt and tie. I ain't finna fight in a shirt and tie.
Mm.
I ain't wearing my boots and slipping and slide. I'm prepared for whatever. And at my age, I shouldn't be thinking like that. But I mean, it is what it is. I'd rather be ready than get ready. So I'm not tripping. And I appreciate everybody out there that give me that at least that much respect to say you did all right. You didn't hurt that man. And some of these dudes give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with gangster, even though I know that nigga's situation. I don't speak on that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it right now, but that puts me in the same boat as those niggas out there on social media wanna get uh views. What gangster got to say don't matter to me whatsoever. I ain't heard that dude on his shit. Even Mob James. Mob James don't like Baby Gangster. But when his son passed,
Mm-hmm.
Melly Moore, tell that man I send my condolences. I know how he feel. I seen the man cry on sitting in that chair. Man, I don't want nobody to go through that pain. I've been through that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through that. And I'm just saying, man, I'm different. I ain't living that. These clowns want to talk some shit. I got a crip across from me. And I'm not gonna send this nigga nowhere. The majority, out of the respect for the crips that I fuck with on a daily, can sit back and call and shoot the shit with. I wouldn't disrespect them. So all these cats out there, they got me fucked up. And I don't want the credit. I don't need to. Okay, you was cool. You on something. You did right. I don't need that from them. I don't need no validation from a chump.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gotta give me that. And after they hear this, nigga, we can whoop whoop whoop. No, we can't. No, we can't. No, we can't. The majority of these cats on the other end of that shit gonna talk, 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 talk. No, we can't. And I ain't finna sit here and say we can get down. I ain't finna sit here and say, nigga, bring it, nigga, or like I did certain individuals, nigga, just tell me where you at. Nigga, just invite me on your show. And we'll see. All these goddamn skits and shit these cats putting out there with that fake fighting and up, man, miss me with that shit. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I ain't got time for that. So again, I appreciate the people that understand me, James McDonald. Fuck Mob James, that understand me in a real way. Okay, let's go, John.
Okay.
What's good?
Now the chat is very concerned about your smoke alarm situation. So
Oh,
that's all they're
and
commenting.
you know what? My lazy ass won't get up, get the step ladder, and change the batteries in it. I'm just lazy, and I've been supposed to do it. So it ain't no fire over here, y'all. I'm just a lazy ass, and if I ever get back on here, I'm gonna change them sooner or later. Real
Yeah.
talk. Real
Even though
talk.
you're not following it, do you have any sort of prediction as to what happens whether Keefe is found? I know you don't care whether he's found innocent or guilty or not, and I know you're not following the trial, but just based on what you know, as far as all the talking he's done, do you think there's a chance that the jury finds him not guilty?
Well, when it first started, my first thought was, this has been 30 years. It's going hard to prove this, that, or the other without like evidence, physical shit that will convict you. But
Right.
I think with the statements and the things that people are saying, it might convict him. So he got a 70-30 chance in the favor of the DA. Um, that's what's killing him. So on the other end, I don't. If he get out of that, move on with your life. Don't come home and I knew that wasn't. They couldn't get me. They didn't have nothing going on all these shows. This and that. That's the biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because when a dummy don't get it the first time, he'll get it the second time. The cool thing about it is people are going to pay him to come on their show and talk about it. That's the sad part about it. All money ain't good money, but it don't matter to me. That's not my life. I don't live a Keefe D life on a daily. Keefe D is not in my thoughts. Actually, I prayed for the brother on the strength of his kids, his grandkids. But didn't nobody take that away from him. He did that to himself. That's the big picture here. So it really, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned at
Yeah.
all.
Well, I know you didn't want to deal with it, and I know it was, I guess, emotional is the word to say. But I guess you did what you had to do in the sense that they were gonna try to lock you up if you didn't show up. So
Yeah, no matter if I said I'm raising my grandkids, me and my grandson is good. We going on damn near 9 years. That I took on the responsibility of having him. My grandsons, my granddaughters, they don't want for nothing. Papa got them. And I stress to everybody out there, yeah, I'm Papa. Yeah, I'm getting older. Yeah, I'm an old motherfucker or getting old, and I don't have time for street politics, street codes, none of that shit. That don't apply to me. I'm not in that world no more. And the majority of the people out there are glad that I'm not in that world no more. Man, I thank God. First time in my life, I can praise God and thank God for taking me out of a situation, and opposed to living that life and I couldn't utter the word God, a sign of weakness. Now I can honestly say, thank you, Jesus, man. And I feel good by that. And understanding that nobody should be able to take me out of character. And that's where I'm at now. So working on self is so hard, man. It's so hard to be honest. It's so hard to stay out the way. And I'm not going to duck and dodge nothing in nobody. Like I said earlier, I'm always ready. I ain't got to get ready. I'm always, win or lose, I'm always ready. And one thing niggas got to realize, I ain't finna run. That's one thing they'll never say about me. That nigga didn't run. Give it to me. Better give it to me right. So other than that, man, you know, I'm blessed. And I truly believe I'm blessed. And I don't need nobody to tell me I'm not. Can't nobody tell me I'm not. Can't nobody tell this grown man that he needs to do this, that, or the other, man. It don't work. It don't work. Period. So, you know, I got people in my corner.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on, James, and talking to us during this lunch break that they're on right now or whatever. I know you're not following it, but yeah, they go on these hour-long lunch breaks, and we just wanted to try to do something in the meantime for the chat that's on here.
Right. All the time, man. I'm watching cowboy movies. That's all I watch. If I ain't watching a cowboy movie, I'm watching Chinese Connection and shit.
Man, you like my grandma, James. I said,
What?
Reggie, you're a rat. Sicko, you's a bitch. And your mama's a fat bitch. Hey, but James, you like my grandma now, man. That's all she do is watch cowboy movies all day. Your ass must be getting old.
No, I mean, I'm watching Cowboys growing up.
Did you?
I'm good.
You was in a John
Man.
Wayne and what's that tall guy name? What's that big tall guy name? They used to sling the shotgun. The one that
you talking about, that's God damn it. That's the rifleman.
Gunsmoke. Yeah.
Matt Dillon.
Yeah, for Gunsmoke.
No,
I was a big Bonanza fan. I'll be honest, I used to watch Bonanza every day. Every morning.
Hey, me, Buck, and Timmy, we was the Cartwright boys.
Yeah, the clown. Okay. Yeah, you three. Yep.
Yeah. I was Hoss, Alton was Adam, and Timmy was Lil Joe.
Okay.
And we used to be in the backyard. We would get our blankets and our rope and shit and get up in the tree. Those was the tree branches was our horses. And we would watch Bonanza and then go outside, and that's where we were. Yeah. Used to have a ball with it. But Reg, I don't know what to say, man.
Man, we can't say nothing. The only thing we can do is defend our name when we want to, and when we don't want to, let the haters hate. Let the haters hate. Man, let's just let the haters hate. That's all I can say, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yes, sir.
And, but I've always had a problem, when we started the podcast shit, I wouldn't look at no comment.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even look at the Chronicles after we did the show. That was it. So
I know you didn't listen to him. I know, yeah.
Yeah.
And I try, you know me, I respond to motherfuckers and everything because I was really came onto this YouTube trying to just tell my truth. Not that anybody could, change it or so that was Chuck Connors, they said that was Rifle Man, not the other
that's
guy. Chuck Connors. But anyway, man,
here's the thing, Reg. Let me say this, Reg.
Okay.
If Reggie Wright Jr. wouldn't have never been a police officer and would have been a hood nigga, then all of that would have been out the door. All the BS would have been out the door. Because some of these cats talk about being a police, I wouldn't be a cop. And I had an issue with one of my family members when my nephew said he wanted to go into law enforcement. Okay. It's a career.
A great career, man. James, all my friends that are 60 years old are retired now, getting $9,000 to $11,000 a month for the rest of their life that were cops when I became a cop. All of them.
Man.
Health insurance for the rest of their life. Dental. Man, worst mistake of my life was retiring from the police department because I got half of that salary, but I sure could use that other half.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, God is good, man, and and whatever the case might be, that's what it is. And we got to roll with what's dealt to us. And like I told John earlier,
Mhm.
it's hard to be humble. It's
Yeah.
hard to move on with your life and change.
Okay.
And social media don't like that. People don't like that.
Well, they like drama, and most of these people on here are young kids. Well, John always correct me and say not, but I'm talking about the trolls. Man, I get so many texts from people our age that be like, "Man, I respect what you and James did. How y'all trying to change it?" We get 75% positive feedback. 25%, for some reason, that jumps out to me. I neglect to shout out all the people that support us and give us positive feedback. For some
Right.
reason, negative shit always jump to my eye. I don't know, and I got to stop doing that. I got to just let the trolls be the trolls. And I promise y'all, after this conviction goes, either way, conviction or non-conviction, I'm going to stop addressing trolls. I'm just going to address people that want to know the truth, that really have a good, valid question.
Let me
That
ask
got to be
you,
John. John, you got to help me stay on track with that. They say, Reggie, that's a troll. Stop addressing them. Yeah.
Okay.
what's your prediction, Reggie?
Unfortunately, any law-abiding person uh, that that watched no confessions, I mean, and now we're gonna see it with visual. Y'all know we ain't seen him on our channel. We ain't seen him on Vlad channel. We ain't seen him on Cam Capone channel. We ain't seen those footage yet. And I mean, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard not to convict him for that. Um, if his attorney don't say he's crazy, because
And they
everybody want to
don't-
believe the money story. You know,
Right.
even the defense attorney tried to bring that up with me. Well, I put him out there. I didn't put him out there until 2021 for interviews. We called him in 2018, I think, 2019. Y'all remember? He wanted to come on bond first for $500 or $750. And I told y'all can pay to ask him the questions, but me and John ain't giving him shit.
Man, when we was doing Gangster Chronicles, you had just went to jail, and him and Lil Keefe, and this true story, asked Lil Keefe, and he had concerns about coming up there. I don't know if it was me
Well,
or
shit.
if it
I know of
was
an
the
interview
Senate.
with when you and him were gonna do one with Vlad, and he had concerns. He wanted armed security and all that shit. I was like,
Yeah, so this what I did, and Lil Keefe would tell you. I said, Lil Keefe, soon as you get here, I'm gonna pass. I'm a whoop the whoop whoop.
yeah,
You ain't got no worries. You can move to the side, check the whoop whoop. I got you. And then ain't nobody up here that's gonna address your daddy. Not in my presence.
yeah,
And they came to Gangster Chronicles
yeah.
to do the show. But I wouldn't in no, I'm not gonna pay you. We ain't gonna do no money
And
shit.
people forget, I gave Keefe D heads up as soon as they came to my house. I told them, hey, dog, they came knocking on my door. They investigating this shit. You need to shut up. I forget what channel I did it on. Was it Art or was it Bomb First? I forget. But you know what he told me? I know he told it on Vlad. Who the fuck he think he is? Why are they always going to his crooked ass? He don't know what the fuck he talking about. I should have snitched on him in 1998. Well, we know you snitched a lie in 1998. We know you snitched a lie. So that was his response. So, hey, we
Wow.
tried. We tried.
Well,
We tried.
I mean, it's just so lot of shit. Everybody on the outside looking in and not paying well the things on the inside people don't talk about. And a lot of people don't know the interactions. KPD ain't just a company nigga that I've heard of in a sense, but I knew more of Orlando and his mama because they lived next door to Pam. I knew of Paula because Paula and Pam was coming to the house when we was in Compton.
Why were they
You feel
coming,
me?
Jay? Why were they
Huh?
coming? Why was she coming over your house, Jay?
Just riding with her home good, picking it.
You know I
When
know.
we came at the house on Diane. Reggie, I ain't biting into that shit. I ain't
Why was
biting.
she coming on killing?
Reggie,
I
this
know.
the thing. I respect Paula. Paula ain't never done nothing to me.
You're
Lil
right.
Keith, his daughter, they never done nothing to me. So, and a lot of guys fail to realize half of the shit that they be talking, their kids is looking at it. And they feel a certain kind of way. Family members feel a
You don't
certain
think my
kind of way.
family member and my son don't listen to shit he
Yeah,
said about my wife?
yeah. I mean, man, 60% of the reason why Reggie don't like that motherfucker is because he got on there and ran with his narrative and his bullshit and bam. So I get that part. You feel me? I get that part. But at some point, people doing these podcast shit, you gotta stop paying a motherfucker to come on there and lie and do all this other bullshit. Let it be some truth to your motherfucking journalism or whatever the fuck they want to call it. They are who they are. So all that's dumb shit. I really thought Alex Alonso was gonna be there. I was looking forward to seeing him. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
You know what, Jay? Let me interrupt this right quick. People always say we failed Pop. Tupac was a grown ass man. You
No,
go walk your stupid ass in the street right now and get ran over by a car.
that's
Who
your
fathers
fault.
that? Who fathers that?
Listen, Reggie,
Why do y'all not
Tupac,
understand? Tupac was not no motherfucking Jesus Christ. Tupac was a man just like everybody else. He put his pants on just like you motherfuckers put your pants on.
and Reggie, that's a good analogy. But Tupac did not know Orlando.
Tupac knew LA politics. He done been in shit at the 60
The
Club,
the
at the
politics,
nightclub. He knew
there
LA
you go.
politics. Him and Trench
Okay,
was out here
well,
before.
okay. I'm not talking about politics. If how do I go up? Oh, there go the nigga that whoop the whoop whoop, and there's 20 niggas standing there. How do I know which nigga to go hit? And if he understand the street politics, nigga, you got 15 homeboys there to handle that. Not
Exactly.
Tupac.
My point exactly. But you can't stop him when he took off like he did, James. That's why I always disagree with you. Pac took off like a bullet out of a gun and ran towards Orlando. He took
I
off
wouldn't.
immediately.
Okay, I wouldn't there to see it. I wouldn't there to and truth be told, if the motherfucker took off and seeing them fighting, I'd have been like everybody else, probably trying to kick him and everything else, because that's where niggas' mentality was, and everybody would
Exactly.
have fell in.
Kicking, and
You
what's
feel
the other
me?
thing you're supposed to be doing? Kicking, and
I
what's the
don't
other thing you're supposed to be doing? Pulling
I don't know.
jury. Pulling jury. That's what.
Rob and go in the nigga pocket, huh? But
Exactly.
but for real, I truly believe that if the homies was there to really protect the bag, that dude should, then I think we could have did better. I think because someone told him that's him, and Tupac loyalty made him jet and show nigga I'm with it. I
James,
think the outcome.
this clown talking about nobody show loyalty to Pac. Man, did y'all hear what James testified to on court? Those niggas went straight to Compton. Nigga,
Right.
there were 14 reported shootings. Reported. Do y'all know how many gunshots and people get shot at and get missed that don't go unreported? Nigga,
And
shut up just because you want to name yourself Machiavelli like you hit Pac major groupie. Nigga,
thought you
fuck
just
that.
said
The only
you
thing
weren't
you ever
finna
did
do
in
that.
life for Tupac was buy a motherfucking CD.
I thought you said
Niggas
you
done
weren't
took
finna
penitentiary
entertain.
chances for this
Hey,
nigga, and y'all
Red,
punk ass niggas talking about nobody did
hey,
nothing for him. Fuck y'all.
Red, Red. I thought you
I
said you
said
weren't
after
finna
the
go
trial
there.
over. I said after the
Okay,
trial.
all right. But here's the thing. To piggyback off what he said, I don't know how old this cat is that made that comment. If people wasn't there in that time frame when death row was cracking, when when individuals was grabbing motherfuckers by their throat or whatever for Tupac, and how motherfuckers jumped on the bandwagon with Tupac because that man was feeling a certain kind of way about Biggie and them. Can't nobody say didn't nobody give a fuck about that dude. My gripe with Tupac was I didn't hang around with you. My gripe was how the fuck is he from the mob? That was the only gripe I ever had. Never argued with that brother, never nothing. When he was around with Suge, when we was in the casino in Vegas, no gripes, no arguments. You're not from the hood. You didn't go through, live what we went through in the hood. Just because you are an artist, a rapper, don't make you from the hood. Looking at it now, Buntry and them, all of them, they accepted him as one of them. You ain't got to be a part of me. You ain't in the hood doing this, that, or the other, circling the blocks, walking the hood with pistols. You ain't doing none of that. So in my book, that's a no-no. But to be a
But
death
James,
row man,
that ain't Pac's fault though. That
no.
wasn't Pac's fault.
Let me land.
That's the guy that
So
put him on. Yeah.
so when that man felt accepted because they all drinking and kicking it and the females and all that and you had certain individuals that were from the hood that were groupies and all that bullshit. That man felt like he was from the hood.
Agree. I believe he so.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah,
you explained one time, you called it death row mob. And so I have to agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was the death row mob. You were part of the death row mob, not my Pyru. And and and,
I'll give
and
you that,
people got
James.
to
I'll give you
understand.
that. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here the man got, and then at that time, he's only 4 months, 5 months in when it comes to that. And then here now we got 7, 8 months of him being here and he gone. He didn't have a long enough time to even be considered like myself of one of us on some real get down type shit. I ain't taking away from his gangsters. I heard he shot a police and whatever for somebody else. I've heard stories about him, but I'm not here to say once upon a time or back in the days. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. My only thing was you're not from the hood, not mine. So all
I,
these
I
rappers
got you.
winning.
I hear you on that, James. I hear you. I agree with
Okay,
you.
330. So that's what that was. So like this dude is saying what he's saying. People want to voice their opinion on shit, but didn't live that shit. They wasn't there living that, and the just in the midst, the moment of it, or seeing that man hyped up. Tupac was hyped. He was hyped. He was proud to say, "Nigga, I got this, nigga, MOB."
People
And
forget
it
how they
came
called
from,
Napoleon. Napoleon did a great interview talking about how he called hyped about what he did to Orlando. Napoleon got a great interview. If y'all ever get a chance, go check that out. Where he called hyped up about what he did to Orlando. Yeah.
yeah. So that to him, that's a strike. To me, and what I saw in that footage, the homies, I ain't seen too many issues like that with the homies on some rack packing beat down type shit. I seen some head up squabbles. You can go to Leaford, you can go to Neckbone, you can go to Buntry, you can go to all those guys in the hood that can fight. It's never we never that was rare. And I even talked about that on one of my shows, on one of the shows we did. Man, I didn't like the fact that they did that. Me and Buntry got into it. Didn't talk for about 3, 4 months, maybe longer. Buntry, we ain't getting down like that. Even though that's the way it go. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't come on, man. So people are on the outside looking in and not understanding what their comments, the impact that their comments make. That how can you voice your opinion on something you don't know nothing about? Half of these cats ain't even 30 years old yet.
Okay, James, court's starting back. So, man, we
All right,
appreciate you, James, and
okay.
I'll give you a call later on today, buddy.
All right, in a minute. I'm gone. All right, John.
I think he went. I think John took off, James.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
I'm